The Indian Coastal Plains, a 7,500-kilometer journey. India's coastline stretches 7,516.6 kilometers. It connects land and sea, mountains and trade, rivers and deltas. This is not one uniform strip. The west coast behaves very differently from the east coast. As we move forward, keep one framework in mind: width, river type, rainfall source, and economic role. Before we break it region-wise, let's understand the structure. Total coastline: 7,516.6 kilometers. Mainland coast: about 6,100 kilometers. Island territories: around 1,416 kilometers, spread across 9 states and 4 union territories. Now the memory compression. West Coast, GMGKK. East Coast, TAOW. West means Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, moving north to south. East means Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, West Bengal, moving south to north. Use this as your political backbone. Once this is clean, math questions become easier. Now the fundamental physical difference. West Coast is narrow, around 10 to 25 kilometers wide. East Coast is wide. Why? West Coast rivers are short and steep. High gradient means they flow quickly into the Arabian Sea. They do not have time to deposit large amounts of silt. So, they form estuaries. An estuary is a tidal river mouth where fresh water mixes with seawater. East Coast rivers are long and gentle in slope. They carry heavy sediment from the Himalayas and peninsular rivers. When velocity decreases near the sea, they deposit silt and form deltas. A delta is a triangular or fan-shaped landform created by sediment deposition at a river mouth. Understand slope to speed to sediment to landform. That chain explains most coastal MCQs. Now begin from the northwest. Gujarat coast, Kutch and Kathiawar. Kutch coast was once a gulf. Over time, silt deposition from the Indus reduced it. The run of Kutch is a salt marsh. During monsoon, large parts get submerged due to tidal and rainfall effects. This is a depositional and tidal landscape, not a typical sandy beach coast. Move south into Maharashtra and Karnataka. Konkan coast, Maharashtra to Goa. A narrow coastal strip between the Western Ghats and Arabian Sea, known for rice cultivation and cashew. Kanara coast, Karnataka stretch. Important for iron ore exports, especially through ports like Mormugao and Mangalore. Notice the linkage: mineral resources in the hinterland to port-based trade. Now further south into Kerala. Malabar coast, Mangalore to Kanyakumari. This coast is relatively wider than Konkan and Kanara. The defining feature? Backwaters or kayals. A backwater is a lagoon-like water body separated from the sea by sandbars but connected through narrow channels. These lagoons run parallel to the coastline. They support tourism, fishing, and inland water transport. When you hear kayals, think Kerala. Now leave the western coast. We shift to the eastern coast. Broader plains, major deltas, and different rainfall patterns. The Western Ghats drop sharply toward the sea. The Eastern Ghats are discontinuous, allowing rivers to build deltas. That structural difference changes everything. Coromandel Coast, Pulicat Lake to Kanyakumari. This coast is climatically unique. It receives most of its rainfall from the northeast monsoon, during winter months. While most of India depends on the southwest monsoon, Tamil Nadu's Coromandel coast depends heavily on retreating monsoon winds. That reversal is why it's called a climate anomaly. Now move slightly north. Andhra coast, basin of Krishna and Godavari. These rivers form large deltas. A delta forms when river velocity drops near the sea and sediment spreads out in distributary channels. This region is extremely fertile and known as the granary of South India. Where there is a delta, there is usually dense agriculture. Further north into Odisha. Utkal coast, Chilika Lake to Kolleru Lake. Wide coastal plains, high rainfall, strong river deposition. Chilika Lake is a lagoon, a shallow water body separated from the sea by sandbars. This stretch shows how width plus rainfall increases agricultural productivity. Now step back. Why do coastal plains matter? Agriculture. Fertile alluvial and deltic soils support rice cultivation. Climate moderation. Proximity to oceans reduces temperature extremes. Trade. Ports connect India to global markets. Geography here directly shapes economy. Now the less visible value. Sedimentary basins along the coast contain petroleum and natural gas reserves, especially offshore near Mumbai. The coast also supports the blue economy, fisheries, ports, shipping, marine biodiversity. Mangroves grow in deltaic tidal regions. Coral reefs develop in warm, shallow waters. Coastal geography is both resource-rich and ecologically sensitive. Now compress everything. Western coastal plains, narrow. Estuaries, steep gradient. SW monsoon. Backwaters in Kerala. Eastern coastal plains, wide. Massive deltas. Gentle gradient. NE monsoon significant for Coromandel. Major agricultural belts. If you can recall width, river type, and rainfall source, you can solve most coastal questions. Your revision rule. Political order to physical differences to regional names to key features. That's how you make 7,500 kilometers manageable and be exam ready.